Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. Pop this up. Here we go. What's up? What's up? How are you guys all doing today? Alrighty. Looks like we're beginning to get a little bit of a pullback on /CL as well as natural gas. So natural gas still pushing up, /CL pulling back, DWT pushing up. Let's see. Alrighty, so huge moves, and there it goes, finding the support. So let's see what we got going on here. Crude oil looking very bullish, meaning that it's been making higher highs all pre-market session. At right around 6 o'clock, had a really strong push up, hit highs of 54.44, right? Put in UWT, let's see where we're at. There we go. Let's see if we can get some higher highs here. If we get signs of higher highs, then again, we could see a potential reversal. Not reversal, but a continuous uptrend pattern for /CL, which would then be in favor of UWT, right? Here we go. Nope, pulling back. So yeah, dang. Just so you guys could see, I was gonna make a joke that I was like up a decent dollar amount or something like that. I have not taken a position. I slept pretty late, so I kind of struggled to get up during the pre-market session. So nothing has been taken yet. So right now we're gonna be seeing what we can make out of today. Again, my goal is gonna be right around $500 with my first couple of trades. Are probably going to be pretty small position sizes, nothing too crazy, right? So just trying to get our feet wet, become familiar with the direction of the day, and then going on from there. So natural gas, definitely looking, what's going on, Gio? What's up, what's up? Natural gas definitely looking a little bit more on the overbought side, but it's still looking very bullish for natural gas, which means for you guys. I'm just setting my alerts right now. I just want to set my alerts for either side. Here we go. So I have my alert up here. I'm going to set my alert down here as well for crude oil. I think that you guys could all understand why there's an alert up here and an alert down here as well. We got /GCA. I haven't been paying too much attention to this during pre-market session. I just don't trade it too often. It was showing signs of an uptrend, peaked out, began to downtrend, and right now we're riding kind of this middle VWAP. The direction is not super clear to me, and again, that's just me, so that's why I'm not trading it. /NQ. There's a huge push up on /NQ, which then I think acted as a direct catalyst for /CL. So I think that this is definitely something that you want to pay a lot of attention to today if the market continues to get some like strong pushes, right? So here it goes, /CL, trying to still push up. We'll see if we actually begin to make some higher highs. Eric, you just cleared 4% swing trading. You guys, thanks for your teachings. Of course, Adrian. One of the things, so Adrian, first of all, congrats on your day. You know that I'm always here not just to congratulate you on your green days, right, but to also remind you the importance of risk management. So it sounds like just because of the push that crude oil and natural gas recently had, that played out in your favor. But what if it didn't go that way, right? I would just make sure that, natural gas was selling off all day yesterday. For some time, it sold off all day, and then literally as soon as the market opened, we began to consolidate, and that's all that really happened, right? So just make sure that your actions moving forward have some form of risk management, because what if natural gas continued to sell off? It's just something that I think that we want you to take into consideration. There it goes. UWT pushing up. I want you to take into consideration that we don't just always think about making a profit, but we also take into consideration, what form of risk management do you have moving forward. So there we go. I have no idea, John. Sounds like you're trading options, so that's just not something that I personally do. What's going on, Drew? What's up? What's up? Alrighty. Is there any stocks that you guys are watching today that have a pretty, I'm guessing because of this strong push, the overall market is up, right? So Facebook, all those should have really strong pushes. Market's pulling back very aggressively. Is crude oil following? There it goes. So Apple, yeah, it makes sense on why Apple is pushing up but pulling back right now. So, for all those that held, congrats, but for all those that didn't, then probably not the best, right? Roku. Yeah, you guys love that one, right? Okay, Roku with a nice push up based off of yesterday's highs of 135.35. So potential breakout, right? If we do break above this general area, okay, I can definitely see that. So 135, let's see, right around 115. The volatility is pretty crazy. So if you're someone that's just getting started, maybe taking a position on this is not going to be the most efficient way to trade, right? Just because of the volatility, might not be something that you want to put yourself in. Hate Roku. Yeah, I personally have not traded it. We've seen a lot of people do well with it. We've seen a lot of people maybe not do too well with it. Find your niche. We have so many people that are sharing what's the best stock to trade, and at the end of the day, there's no such thing, right? People react to volatility in different ways. The whole focus that I would have, and this is just me, is to feel comfortable and confident with what I'm trading and making sure that the opportunity cost is worth it. With that being said, it doesn't matter if you make 1% within a day or 100%. The whole idea is understanding what you're doing and being able to do it on a consistent basis, which I don't think that everyone that trades those lower cap stocks can say, right, on a consistent basis. So nice push on McDonald's. All right, nice. Okay, I like that, Adrian. Looks like we're beginning to get some form of a pullback, right? So I'm going to go in with a small position. It's not going to be anything crazy. Let's see. No, I don't. There it goes. Crude oil. Yeah, crude oil dropping. Let's see. It's just so oversold, right? Yeah. We have confirmation that it's descending. There's no question about that it's below the EMA line. But my biggest thing right now is that it's such a consistent uptrend pattern that even though it does pull back from time to time, it finds a support pretty close and then it continues to uptrend. So I don't even know how far we're going to see a drop on crude oil. And there it goes. So we got DWT at 550, 551. I'm not in anything, Nelly. I just showed that I'm not in any open positions or anything like that. I've not taken any positions or anything like that, so. Whoa. My TOS crashed. 1 second. Okay, cool. Don't you love that? Sorry about that, team. We're still live, right? All right, 1 second. Okay. There we go. All right. Natural gas still showing signs of an uptrend pattern. We got crude oil with the pullback, potential support here. We'll see what happens here. There it goes. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I didn't expect that thing to crash. Here it goes. Natural gas about to make new highs on the day. So again, that's in favor of you gas, not in favor of D gas, right? Okay. Okay, yeah, I did get an alert about that, about my memory on TD Ameritrade, or TOS. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, headphone users. I'm going to turn off the mic. Hooey! Oh. Here we go. /GC. So some of you guys are talking about JNUG. Okay, following a very similar pattern to /GC. So it's at that like EMA line showing signs of potential continuous pattern, but it's hit the same highs about 3 times. So hey, what's going on, Albert? What's up? What's up? Here we go. Trying to figure out the direction, and there it goes. Not in favor of UWT. So it looks like we're getting rejected. We're getting rejected by the EMA line. And are we going to make lower lows? So if we make lower lows, again, that's in favor of DWT and not UWT, right? Don't you guys love how we get a change of direction as soon as the market opens? We talk about this all the time. Oh, I have a bloody nose, guys. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, weather changed here in Arizona, so now instead of it being super hot, it's a little bit more cold. So everyone here at the house now has allergies. If you guys are in Arizona, you guys probably understand. If not, then lucky you, right? But Ricky, you might be a little dehydrated. Yeah, maybe. I definitely need to be drinking more water. So, but I appreciate it. We're fine though. Just a little bit of a runny nose. Here it goes. Oh, lower lows. Are we gonna get it? DWT at 550 and 551. Whoa, what's this? Ignore. Are we still live? I don't know what that was. Java. All right, here it goes. Lower lows. Drew's in Colorado. I like it. I like it. There it goes. 551, 552, 552, 553. Ooh. I did look at the one day 5-minute chart, and one of the things that I do want to point out is how overbought it is. Although it is above the EMA line, because of how overbought it is, look at the MACD, that it does show potential for this thing to continue to sell off if we do begin to see lower lows. And that's one of the things that, like, when I was thinking about getting into UWT, that kind of maybe influenced me to, okay, it's so overbought, and looking at these series of indicators, again, I just want to use them as a reference. But if we do see continuous lows, I can see crude oil give back more than just where it's at right now and continue to aggressively sell off, which then would be in favor of, DWT. So that was a really, really strong push for, DWT. We're right around 553, 554. So we're back at previous highs, right? So this was during the pre-market session. So this is previous highs, potentially, again, old resistance levels become new support levels. We'll see if it actually validates it, right? As we approach the SMA line in the middle VWAP, an area that is more bound for a potential support. And then we got natural gas just ripping it. Natural gas doing a very good job holding above the EMA line, /NQ. Not so great, but still overall an uptrend pattern, right? Natural gas broke, or crude oil broke. What happened? No, nothing's broken yet. Here it goes. So again, we might see a nice little push, just like we saw over here. So I hope that you guys can see my screen. We see a nice push approaching that EMA line, right? We'll ride this EMA line, and if we continue to get rejected, then again, that's a continuous descending pattern for /CL, therefore in favor of DWT. What's your input on short selling? Oh, we did get that question. I apologize. Was that? Oh, that was from you. So a buddy of mine told me about it, and I want someone else's opinion. So short selling is overall pretty popular. One of the main reasons that the whole idea behind it is that you're pretty much trading against whatever it is that normally people would invest in, right? So I see a lot of people do well short selling lower cap stocks after they go through huge pump and dumps. One of the things that I do want to point out when it comes down to the risk involved is when you're going long on something, meaning when you're buying something to sell it for a profit, if it doesn't go according to plan, you could only lose the money that you have in the position. But with short selling, right, you sell first and then you buy. There is, in essence, right, there is no infinite number, right? The number can continue to go as high as it possibly can, right? So it could go up to 1,000, 2,000. So therefore, the potential for loss is a little bit greater. I think that I would inform yourself a little bit more, not just with my opinion, but with different ways on how to short sell, the big no-nos and stuff like that. I just choose not to do it. Just because I choose not to do it does not mean that it's right or wrong, right? There's Pascal, who's pretty popular within our Learn Plan Profit group. He's from Europe, and I know that he does short. He always almost has a short position. If you're interested in it, you know that I'm always here to empower you to learn a little bit more about it. But I would, the only difference that I would approach it with is like the risk involved, just due to it not just putting the dollar amount that you have at risk, but you can lose more than just that. And I think that's not a position that you want to put yourself in if you don't understand that, or if you're a complete beginner and you don't know how to manage your risk. So risk management and having an understanding of what's going on completely has to be like top priority for that. Here we go. Yeah, so you can lose more than you put in. Ricky's putting it nicely. Yeah. I know that a lot of you guys know that I don't short sell, but I don't want to be someone that's like narrow minded. That's like, no, you shouldn't short sell, and this is why. I know people can do well with short selling. You just have to understand how to approach it. There's been times that I've wanted to take short positions, but overall, I guess not recently, right? But overall, I've felt very comfortable and confident with my positions and how things have been going. So because of that, I haven't felt so forced to have to take a short position. And I trade a lot of ETNs and inverse ETNs and ETFs and inverse ETFs. So I'm pretty lucky in that aspect. When it comes down to if you're in the European countries, a lot of you guys are not allowed to trade ETFs or not in any way. So therefore, shorting the future is like the only option. Ricky is more of the inverse ETF type of guy. Yeah. But yeah, to each their own, right? Just like, we've seen multiple times, sometimes you think that you have the right side and it just goes the complete opposite, especially with pump and dumps. Although short selling is very popular with those, there's a lot of manipulation with pump and dumps. And if you get caught on a very poor one, then it's hard, right? I can only imagine how difficult that might be with short selling, if it doesn't go according to plan, of course. So again, do you guys see this resistance that we're seeing? Dude, we have natural gas just riding this resistance. Look at this. Do you guys see this? We might see a nice little pop. I want to see if we... Do you guys see all this? Same resistance, just riding it. Either getting ready to really have a nice pop up or pull back. There it goes. Pushing. All right. We're getting quite a bit of consolidation here. The MACD looks pretty good. The RSI looks good. How do you guys feel about crude oil if we do get confirmation? Of course, not if it continues to sell off, but if we do get confirmation, how do you guys feel about it? Does it make sense? It looks like we have some pretty nice upside potential, right? It pulled back enough that it could be viewed as a good deal as it's overall uptrending. So I like that. We're not just riding the highs. We're waited for a pullback, waiting for it to find a support. And if we get that confirmation, then great. We just want to wait for those higher highs. So I can see a reversal, just need confirmation, of course. So we could see it go either way, right? We could see this thing drop or we could see it find a support here, especially based off of previous resistance. So let's calculate the potential for profit, right? So let's say we get in at an average purchase price of 10.20. So we still have time, right? 10.20 and we end up selling at, so it's not huge margins. And then previous highs at 10.35, 1.46 for potential for loss if you manage it at what? What happened? Oh, wow. Ooh. There it goes, just hit 2.29. So the margin is not huge on UWT, but it's not bad. So a lot of you guys are talking and asking questions about UGAS and natural gas. And, if it's time to get in and stuff like that, it's so overbought that I do agree with you guys that it's kind of like almost indifferent, but it's so bullish that if you do a really good job managing your risk as something is uptrending and there's no break of pattern, then I can see why you're paying attention to this. If you don't do very well with that, then I would not touch this as it's so overbought. So why is UGAS not 3 times of natural gas? It's not always exactly 3 times. I did notice that the difference so we're up 2% on natural gas and we're about about 2% on UGAS. So I haven't seen there to be a big disconnect like that, but it's usually not exactly 3%, especially more recently than ever before. We've seen natural gas just how do I say this? This happened like last week as well. We got this question where I think natural gas was up like 1 or 2%, but then you guys referred to a very similar percentage, not 3 times of that. So one of the things that we've said multiple times is like, these futures do a very good job showing a clear direction, right, of the correlating ETF and ETN, but it's never exact. That's definitely something that you want to take into consideration. And again, UGAS is decaying over time, so that's also something that you want to take into consideration. UGAS is following, I don't know why it's not showing this, sorry Danson, NGX19, that is /NG. For me, when I type in /NG, it does pop up, at least on my phone. Yeah, on my phone it has it as the ticker symbol /NG and then X19 as well. But yeah. Here it goes. We got crude oil. December contracts, okay. Here we go. All right. Natural gas pulling back. When your phone is locked, you still get alerts on TOS. I did on the Pixel, but not on iPhone. Yeah, you just have to make sure your notifications are on under your notification settings, but your alerts should still come. So here we go, guys. See if we find a potential. There it goes. Are we making lower highs here? Do you guys see that? So we got UWT at 1020, 1021. Here we go. Just gonna get my order ready. We'll start with a small position if we get confirmations of higher highs. Sounds good, Danson. Take it easy. Natural gas still pushing up. Congrats on closing the house. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I know yesterday's video was kind of different. Didn't really. I thought I filmed a lot more than I actually did, and when I was putting together the video, I was like, "Yikes!" Video's kind of all over the place, so do apologize for that. Just had a couple of meetings that didn't allow me to film as much as I'd want to, I guess. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, man, I need more content. I know it's a 4-minute video. It's pretty bad. Yeah, and the dealership, the guys are really excited about that. We're beginning to show signs of a peak, pulling back already. Yikes. That's in favor of DWT, and the margin is not worth it, not right now. So from 550 to, yeah, previous highs are right now are like 54, which is about 0.5%. So it's like kind of go with the flow, or yeah, looks like we are forming these lower highs. Do you guys see them? So I almost got psyched into getting into crude oil, which was UWT, but it's already showing signs of a pullback. The MACD is already beginning to show signs of it being a little bit more overbought. So is your dealership open? So this dealership is the one that I'm going to be a partner in. So I'm TechBuds, right? It's just putting up the capital for them to have enough capital and resources to get the dealership up and running. So we're just going to be viewed more as like an investor, and I wanted Caleb and Weston to benefit from the profits of the dealership, where I'm just going to make interest off the loan. That's our focus right now. I don't know if I'm even really supposed to talk about that, but yeah, you guys are part of the 1 Point Profit Group, so you guys are fine. Here it goes. Natural gas also beginning to pull back. No, I get that. I get that, Stephen. I appreciate the thought on that. So this on the 1-day 5-minute chart, I think we're beginning to show more signs of the possibility of there being a larger pullback coming soon. LPP secrets, right? Cool intel. No, it's nothing big. It's just, I mean, it's not like a secret. Everyone knows that we're getting the dealership, right? It's just, yeah. The guys are really excited about that. Wow, so bullish. That one's all over the place. Let's see. All right, so we are making lower highs. I think we got that confirmed, right? Lower highs on crude oil, which is then in favor of DWT. But we're not making lower lows just yet. So we're at 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. There it goes. Wow, lower lows on crude oil, DWT pushing up from 5.354 to 5.455. Dang, keep missing out. Oh no, wait, were you telling me? Because I know someone asked you. I agree that the overall direction for this pre-market session, there's no question that it's bullish, right? So we talked about that it's been making higher highs and stuff like that. It's not that we're trying to predict a reversal, is that we're kind of going with the flow, right? Once we begin to make lower lows and lower highs, then it offers the potential for this thing to continue to run down here. So that's why I'm paying so much attention to it, but that's why I'm trying to be so careful with my entry, because you're right, it could find a potential support here, but just as much as it could continue to sell off. So jump in. No, that's definitely not the approach that we want to have either, right? It's either going down or up. Yeah. I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful with this previous resistance acting as a new support, and seeing if it pulled back enough so we can continue to rally. So again, I'm just trying to get a better feel of the direction, which I think anyone that's paying attention to crude oil right now is probably doing the same. So we're trying to have a better understanding of what direction it's going to be going. Again with the natural gas now beginning to make lower lows, right below the EMA line. Still above the overall EMA on the 1 day 5 minute. Lucky you were extra patient there. I observed you, how you were looking for it, waiting for confirmation, had your order ready but never executed. Bro, no. Well, I appreciate it. I don't normally always wait so long, right? So appreciate it, Drew. Take it easy, man. If you're asking how to activate the drawing tool, you just go here, you go to drawing tools, and it's called Trendline. So Trendline is a tool that I use that I just, left click, and then that's all. Like, it tells you the percentage and stuff like that. So, all right, Adrian. Take it easy, man. Descending triangle on /CL. Yep, I see that. Right? But if there's anything that can make a comeback, it's definitely crude oil. So of course not. Natural gas found a support. You guys see that? Natural gas found a support once again. There it goes. Ticker symbol Haas. I appreciate you putting it in the ticker call out format. Huge drop due to earnings, Hasbro, right? Wow. Okay. One of the things that I just want to point out is I don't know if this thing is going to continue to sell off, but one of the things that we've noticed during a poor earnings time is that the bleeding can continue to happen even with the days that follow. And it's not until it begins to, find support, consolidate, and then formulate signs of a reversal that it's actually worth taking. I think even Roku, right? Roku, when they had bad earnings, the bad news, right, of that big drop. So I had that initial big drop, but it stayed down here for a week week or a week and a half. It didn't actually begin to show signs of an uptrend until maybe like 10 to 15 days after. And just asking yourself, it doesn't even have to play out this way. It can potentially continue to sell off. So with that understanding, it's all about being efficient with your entries and with your exits, right? So therefore, it's probably in your best interest to wait for confirmation and feel comfortable as that overall direction to be in your favor. And again, you found an opportunity for, I think it's Haas, right? Now you just want to do your part in getting in when it actually begins to indicate signs of an uptrend. So I would just set your alerts, make sure that it finds a solid support, and this might mean that might have to give it time, but you have to decide, is the margin of profit worth it? Does it offer that upside potential, and is it worth the time and the risk? So I like that, Christian. Definitely waiting over here too. So that's your Discord, right? Are you talking about your Discord? Yeah, it means that you have to verify either through email or with your cell phone. There's nothing that I can do about that. It's just a security measure that we added or activated on Discord, meaning that you have to verify or send that verification request either through text message or through email. Ricky, do you think that you'll go back to trading with 25K? No. I don't mind trading with 25K position sizes, but as it's become more choppy, I'm okay with, I'm not taking the full $100,000 position sizes, but still anywhere around 50K and stuff like that, I'm still doing okay with that. So yeah, it's all, yeah, you're more than welcome to set your alerts. I would try to send out an email to Discord support and see maybe if you're missing something on your side or if it's just an error on their side. So I'm not too familiar with how to be able to assist with that, just because I can't bypass that on my side. Yeah, just waiting as of now, right? Waiting to see. Ooh, natural gas with a strong recovery. Oh, and you guys did not follow. I need to change that. All right. His name is Pascal, Pascal. What's going on, Harrison? What's up? What's up? Alrighty. Let's see. You press the escape button on your keyboard. So if I don't want to draw the line, you just press the escape button. We just talked about this, about the ticker changing to December contract. So instead of it being /NG, it's /NGZ19. So this one's the one that's following natural gas a little bit closer. So of course. I have Z19. Natural gas reversing. Crude oil selling off. And there it goes, picking right back up. Oh my goodness. This waiting game is just a little different. The bid and the ask tells you where people are buying and selling, right? So it's to give you a better understanding of if you're trying to get in or you're trying to get out, or you're seeing that they're breaking, certain resistance levels, right? Either on the future or on the ETN. It's just to give you a better understanding of where people are bidding and where people are asking to sell. That's also explained in the course. Natural gas is beginning to pull back. So is crude oil. I really want to take a position during the live stream, but I'm seeing lower highs here, but we're still seeing a lot of consolidation around this general area, right? And this is right around where the SMA line is approaching, which has acted as a previous support, right? So there's a lot of consolidation here before it continues to rally. So there is no point in clear direction at this point. Don't force it. Yeah, just we'll just try to wait. Give the stream 15 more minutes. Okay. What are we at? Sorry, it's been almost like an hour. So yeah. No, I agree. Here it goes. All right. Here it goes, making lower lows. Approaching 54 flat. Look at this. The bid in the ask, 54.02. TWT with the push. That was a 1% move. Pulling back. I've not taken a position, so no positions yet. No pre-market trading either. I was up till like 2 o'clock. I just couldn't sleep. Natural gas is now also just consolidating. So around this general area, again, we're not even really making higher highs anymore, kind of just consolidating as well. Crude oil finding a support once again. Ricky, do you ever hold a position overnight? That's when I can't sleep. No. Well, you could see that I didn't, right? So no, I just prefer not to. Due to the market being so inconsistent, I've said it multiple times where I just want there to be some form of controlled variable or some form of calculated risk where, if I hold something overnight, I run the potential of something gapping up overnight just as much as I run the potential of something gapping down. So because of that, I feel like the directions have not been super clear in anything that I've been trading. So because of that, I just have not been feeling comfortable to hold a position. So answering the question about Snapchat during earnings, I have not looked into Snapchat. I know that they're now they've dedicated more time when it comes down to their advertising and stuff like that, but they're always being compared to Instagram and you know, the leader of being ran by Facebook and stuff like that. So I just feel like there's a lot of things I can factor into that earnings report, especially with Snapchat. There it goes. Do you guys see that? Look at this drop out of nowhere. Look at that. Big drop on /CL, approaching this SMA line right around, what is that? 53.94. Raphael, we just talked about this. So the ticker symbol is now /NGZ19. Here it goes. Let's check this out. Strong push. Broke below the SMA line. We're at 53.91, 53.90, 8.9. Huge sell-off coming. Is the market pulling back? Nope. Thank you for teaching me not to force a trade. Of course. Well, thank you guys again for being so patient with me. So that was a pretty nice drop. All right, team. Well, I'm just as of right now, I'm just kind of tired of waiting. Where can I check if my TOS has real-time quotes? It should say real-time right here. UWT, getting rejected by this EMA line again with these continuous lower highs, right? So /CL looking like it's pulling back now, so we don't know if it's going to continue to sell off or actually reverse here. So, of course, I just a little bummed about still. It's only been an hour, so it's not the end of the world. But I would have liked to have some form of position, but hey, no position is better than a red trade. So, and I definitely was looking at UWT, right? I was looking at UWT. I was looking for potential reversal. So at least we're not digging ourselves in a hole. So, well, I think one of the deciding factors for that is, again, one of the things that I was paying attention to is the 1 day 5 minute chart. Is now we're approaching this middle VWAP. So looking at the MACD and looking at the RSI and how things have been trading, on the 1 day 5 minute chart, I've seen it to be a little bit more accurate. than the 1 day, 1 minute chart. So just maybe something to pay a little bit more attention to if we begin to see lower lows form or some form of support form. So of course, no, appreciate you guys being so patient with me today. I know it wasn't, the most exciting. We saw some movement, so that was pretty cool. But natural gas, again, a quick little heads up. Natural gas kind of just consolidating right around here. Not much going on anymore. So if you did not benefit from the strong push of natural gas already, then it looks like it's already beginning to peak out. It's now breaking below the EMA line. So something for you guys to potentially watch out for. Potential downside that it might offer. So again, Dr. Jennifer, I'll make an announcement just so everyone stays up to date. The ticker symbol is not just /NG anymore, it's /NGZ19. So if you can do me a favor, and you'll see a more direct correlation with natural gas like this. Huge recovery on crude oil. Wow. Crazy movement going on right now. How high did this go? What's it, 60? Yes, okay. Alrighty. We'll see if we... Our members brought it up here within the live chat. So if you were paying attention, they all brought it up about what was more closely following you guys. So yeah, shout out to them. So appreciate it, Albert. Thank you again for tuning in. We got natural gas pulling back now, so that's in favor of D-gas. D-gas should be beginning to push up. There it goes. Okay. So we're beginning to see kind of these higher highs and higher lows on D-gas form. It looks like natural gas is approaching the same resistance once again. And we'll see if we begin to change directions. But damn, we've been live for what? Wow, not that long, an hour and 5 minutes. Okay. Well, yeah, a lot of you guys are asking, like, what do I think about crude oil? Where do I see it going? Again, if I was so certain, I would have taken a position already. Overall, no question, during the whole pre-market session, it was an overall uptrend pattern. We've seen, and again, this is why I'm being so cautious about taking a position. We've seen that as soon as the market opens, there tends to be a change of direction. Today is no change, right? We began to pull back. Now I want to see, because we're approaching this SMA line, are we going to continue to uptrend or are we going to continue to downtrend? The 1-day 5-minute chart, I think, does an excellent job giving you better insight of, what's going on and series of indicators that might be a little bit more reliable due to the time frame. So I need to give it time. So I'm probably going to just grab some food right now. I have my alerts set, and we can go from there. So here it goes. What's going on, cruise? No, I was really just watching crude oil. Crude oil was showing signs of an uptrend. As soon as the market opened, it broke that pattern and began to pull back. So there's a change of direction. So there's been no positions or anything like that, just like you guys could see. That has been taken on my side. Natural gas also was showing signs of a very consistent uptrend. It peaked out. A lot of our traders did a good job with that. It peaked, it began to pull back, and now it's right around that SMA line to that middle VWAP. So, I don't know why a lot of you guys are asking if my alerts work on mobile. All of your alerts should work both on your TOS and on your mobile application. If they don't, you either need to update your app, make sure your notifications are on, or make sure that you go to the TD Ameritrade platform on the app, right, under apps, and make sure that you have like your banner notifications on. So that's all something that should have been already like set up unless you disable them. So all right, team, thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope and wish you guys an amazing why is this like that, an amazing rest of your Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Have fun, stay patient, and let's wait for that confirmation. Crude oil is now beginning to push up. So this is some funny stuff. I really do appreciate you guys' time and wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. Take it easy, team.